If you get a fish and I don't, can I take a picture with your fish? Perfect. That's how my wife knows I'm not at the strip clubs. It's Jason from the Portland Fly Shop. We're out here in my backyard, Southwest Washington. We're doing a bunch of social media content this year, taking you with us just so you can see kind of what a year of guiding and shop ownership and the industry is really about, and just decided to take you with us this year. We're gonna do a lot this summer, so stay tuned. A lot of new drops, shorts, how-tos, tech videos, and just good old fun fishing. To where I caught my very first steelhead of my life. 14 years old. On a Babine special. Today, we are back at the scene of the crime. 21 years ago, next month, I caught my very first steelhead right in this spot. We're gonna see if we can relive old glory here. I've taken a lot of like purist fly guys out, and I will tell you that once that rod gets bent and there's a fish on the other line, they all have a smile on their face. It doesn't matter what the hell. At the end of the day, they still like to catch fish. We knew the river's going to be packed today with all the new spring Chinook coming in. Having the right gear, knowing the river, and picking our spots was going to be important if we wanted to get into any kind of late run winter steelhead. It's like, it's all peaceful up here.
Birds are chirping.
In 4 miles, dude, it's 4. See if there's any summer run. This is, if the first summer run you'll see, it'll be in here. Winter run hate this spot, but summer run will fucking live in it. Where the fuck would you travel? We are surrounded by fucking steelhead rivers. Like, we're the fucking destination. Like, if one river's blown out, like, you just go to their cousin that's not blown out. Like, you have so many options here. Like, it's rare that every river's unfishable, right? Like, there's usually somewhere to go. There's usually always a fish somewhere. Like, we are the destination. This place is amazing. You can go steelhead fishing within 30 minutes of home. 6 rivers off the top of my head without thinking. Probably 8 if I was thinking. Like, that's incredible, dude. 6 different options, 45 minutes. I was born in the Pacific Northwest, and I've spent my entire life here, surrounded by some of the best fishing in the world. But I didn't fully appreciate it until I've traveled and fished to other places, both in the States and internationally. Our access to what seems like endless miles of water is something truly unique to this area. Within 2 hours of my home, I can have access to dozens of amazing rivers for an incredible amount of species. Every place I travel to, I find myself comparing it to the same rivers I grew up fishing, and usually always coming to the same conclusion: we have it pretty darn good. That's what inspired me to open the Portland Fly Shop and start this YouTube series. I want to help more people experience what makes fly fishing here so special. We have true year-round, world-class fishing in our backyards and an amazing amount of public access to explore. So when I was young, this is pre-internet, and so everything was books, and all the books were written for summer steelhead, basically summer steelhead on the Deschutes, with like everything that was in print. And so I only knew to fish a floating line and like a green butt skunk or whatever. And so I was like winter fishing, summer fishing, everything was the same, floating line and like max canyons and stuff like that. So I bring my floating line out and all that, and he looks at me and he's like, I'll never forget it, he gives me this look and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And so he's like, "Give me that." You know, he's kind of a grumpy asshole. And so he takes out this piece of lead core line and puts like 15 feet of lead core line off the end of my floater, which casts like a brick, you know, but within 4 casts, I had my first steelhead. Like, it was amazing. And so he looked at my box. I tied some Babine specials, because back then, the Babby special was a winter fly or whatever, you know, and so right away, like fishing lead core line, getting down, caught my first steelhead. It was like chrome, like early May summer run, and yeah, life changed ever since then. Like that was it. Like once you catch your first, you're on. If you're gonna be skunked and cold, you might as well break a few rules to make yourself feel better. Putting on a hunk of pencil lead. There's a few things that the gear guys get right, and this is one of them. There's no point in farting around. You might as well just get it to the bottom if you're just gonna get it to the bottom. All right. We just maintain tension at all costs. Slack is the worst thing ever when you're trying to land a steelhead, especially on barbless hooks. They've just got these magical powers of spitting hooks. So the one thing when I was guiding I always tell people to do is just, when you're new at steelheading, there's a lot going on. This is full chaos. Just look at your rod. Just eyeball the rod. If the rod's bent, you know you got tension. So when in doubt. And then you always want to fight a fish low. You see how low this rod is? As soon as you lift it up, you lift the mouth up, and as soon as they flop in this way, the hook comes right out. So fight the fish low. And if they really get away from you, you can actually put the rod in the water and just kind of walk them around this way. You can see I'm just putting them however I want. It's the upwards pressure that really gets them crazy. So if you put low pressure, you get way more control of the fish. Here we're gonna try, it's a little wild fish. So our wild fish would be really nice. Fish bath, worth every second. Kind of worked for that one. We have a really busy day on the river today, so we've just been kind of hitting little weird spots and places where boats may have pushed them in, and got lucky, found one. It was like a little 6-pounder, nothing crazy, but awesome little chromer. Probably came in recently, bright little fish, and put up a hell of a fight, as wild fish do. They love to battle. So I don't know why that was a wild fish with the punch. The hatchery gets a lot of wild fish because they all, look, a hatchery fish doesn't know he's a hatchery fish, right? And then a wild fish doesn't know that those are hatchery fish. So they all kind of like travel around, and wild fish I think would just be like, oh, I'll go where my buddies are going. That sounds cool. And so the hatchery will get wild fish in, but they'll punch them to just as a counting measure so they don't recount them. So this is why when you see like the counts of like how many wild, how many hatchery, this way they don't double count them. Punching the gill plate of a wild fish, ESA list of fish probably isn't on my biggest priority list. I'd probably lose a couple counts and not put a hole in a wild fish, but I don't get to run things. So obviously everybody wants to swing flies and catch fish on the swung fly. Situation at hand, we've got a million boats out. It's really tough conditions. We ended up nymphing one up. I've never met anybody that doesn't have a big old smile on their face with a bent rod. So at the end of the day, if you're having fun, go fishing. And whatever you want to do, what you feel is the most successful, and whatever you like to do is the right answer for fly fishing. So get out there, have fun. Who cares about which rod you have in your hand? Just get out there and go do it. We can't wait to have you along with us, see you in the shop, and we'll be fishing different systems, different setups, different species, just all the stuff the Pacific Northwest has to offer. Make sure to check the link in the description. We have tech tips, we've got a questions email, everything, all the drops, everything is in the link in the description. Be a part of our shop. We'd love to see you in the shop, and if you can't make it in, reach out. We can try to answer every single question you have virtually if you can't make it into the shop.